Have you ever wondered why many of the parishes in Jersey are called Saint something? Well, it's because they're named after famous saints, holy men and women who belong to the Christian faith. Perhaps the most famous is St Helier, or as we Shariah speakers like to say, St Helier. He is the patron saint of the capital of Jersey, which is named after him. Helier was born in Belgium to a Saxon nobleman named Sigbert and his wife Lusigard. In his 7th year, Helier became paralysed by a mysterious illness, and Sigbert turned to Kunberg for help. Kunberg laid his hands upon the child and prayed for the child's healing. Miraculously, Helier recovered. Sigbert was so overjoyed with the rapid recovery of his son that he agreed to hand Helier over to the tutelage and care of Kunberg. Helier grew close to Kunberg as he grew up, and he became to rely on him more than even his own father. In fact, Helier was such a devout student that he was soon performing miracles all over the community. Legend has it that he cured a man of his blindness, and that he managed to charm a snake out of the throat of another. Sigbert, realizing what was happening, grew enraged at the potential that he might lose his one and only son to Kunberg. So he arranged for his murder. Upon hearing the news that his best friend and mentor had been murdered, Helier fled from Belgium, and so began a journey from place to place. Eventually, Helier ended up in the Cotentin Peninsula, a place we now call Normandy. At this time, across the water in Jersey, the population had dwindled to approximately 30 people due to the repeated Viking raids. The people were naturally desperate for a Christian leader, someone who would shepherd and protect them. Now, Helier was duly dispatched to Jersey, and upon his arrival, he made his home in a cave-like hole on a rocky outcrop in the middle of the Bay of St Helier. Helier lived an isolated existence as a hermit, devoting his days to fasting and prayer. The islanders grew to love him, as from his rocky outcrop he was able to spot the sails of approaching raiding parties and warn the islanders, who could then hide. He continued to perform miracles, and legend has it that he cured many people of lameness and an inability to walk, and that he even conjured up a storm through prayer to drive the raiding party back out to sea. All was going well until in 555 AD, a party of vicious Vikings managed to land their ships on the shores of Jersey. They dragged Helier down from his rocky outcrop, and as a message to others, using an axe, they severed his head from his body. Then, to their utter horror and amazement, Helier reached down and plucked his own severed head and proceeded to walk 200 paces towards the shore. The Vikings were terrorized by what they saw and hurried back to their ships, and fled. The heartbroken people of Jersey recovered his body and loaded it onto a small boat and sailed it home to Normandy, where Helier was buried in the small town of Breville-sur-Mer. The day after his burial, it is said that a freshwater spring miraculously appeared next to his grave, and the waters of the spring had healing powers. Today, the spring in Breville-sur-Mer still flows free.
Vini pe nous dit qu'attend sa mort. C'est non fait pour banquette, on sait et ben que nous attend. On dit que pour ma vini pe nous dit qu'attend sa mort. C'est non fait pour banquette, on sait et ben que nous attend. Et ben que nous attend.